Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, presenting NXT and AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We'll kick things off with the NXT Ring Report as NXT goes extreme into the ECW arena, the 203 arena. Coming up, here are the matches right here on the card. NXT champion Trent Williams teams up with WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley to take on the team of Ethan Page and Ridge Holland. We'll see if Bubba Ray Dudley gets revenge on Ridge Holland disrespecting him. We'll talk about that coming up. Speaking of ECW alumni, Don Marie has been at WWE Ring in nearly 20 years, comes back to be the special guest referee between Jada Parker and Lola Vice in a Philadelphia street fight. We'll see that match as well. From the women's division right here. We talk about this. The NXT women's division. A huge 10-woman tag team match featuring all the future of NXT, including women's champion Roxanne Perez, Jordan Grace, Keanu Jordan, Julia, Delta, Stephanie Vicure, and Fatal Influence, and Cora J. All of them going to be in action tonight as we get things off too. And also too, this right here. Javon Evans, one of the up-and-coming stars, and Wesley won both high flyers. Let's go one-on-one, looking for a statement victory. And what does Rob has to do with that match? We'll talk about that with RVD coming up as well. But we get to the NXT Ring Report. We'll get a little bit later on with the AEW Dynamite Ring Report coming up a little bit later on in the show. We'll talk about everyone calling now, but we're going to get things started with the NXT ECW takeover, and the takeover starts right now. Hello, everyone. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show here on the jam-packed edition of Pro Wrestling Show, the NXT Ring Report, and the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Like I said, we're going to kick things off with NXT right here. So let's not waste no time whatsoever right now. NXT kicked off with this. Don Marie, being the special guest referee. Her name though. Don Marie used to be a WWE diva and a ECW diva as well. Don Marie knows a thing or two about getting this screen. She took those power drivers and those little kendo sticks from Tommy Dreamer and the rest of everybody in NXT. So Don Marie fit perfectly in that. And Don Marie was the special guest referee in the match between Lola Vice and Jada Parker. Don Marie still looked the same, but you can tell Don Marie, you know what? But throughout the whole entire match, this was what's going on. Lola Vice coming out there with a crowd to get her peel. But throughout the whole entire match, Lola Vice tried to use like a brick or something throughout the whole entire match to take down you know who. But Lola Vice really didn't have what it would take. After Jada Parker used what she needed to do to pin Lola Vice, Jada Parker gets the win after a lot of matches right here. Don Marie tried to count them fall. Lola Vice kind of proved herself tonight. Jada Parker proved herself tonight and did so tonight. Lola Vice was trying to choke her. Jada Parker found a way to win. So Jada Parker with the victory. She got the victory. We'll get to Javon Evans a little bit later on in the show. But we see RVD scratching with a lot of folks, the newcomers. Keanu Jordan stretching with RVD. RVD trying to get his foot Stretch, already known for yoga and balance, as well as Keanu Jordan. So already trying to figure out can he still do it. Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the FBI, we saw little Guido in good shape. Along with Tony Mamalu and Little Grill. They came and thought what's his name? Disrespected him. Little Guido was in action. Little Guido right here getting going against Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo won the match over Little Guido. Little Guido had something going. Guido was trying to get some respect out of you know who. But Guido should have known better after we saw this right here. FBI, Guido, and all of them. Um, as you can tell right here, Guido taking it to oh yeah, Guido lost to Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo embracing Guido and family, named an Italian heritage. Tony D'Angelo retains his North American championship and retained it well. So Tony D'Angelo getting himself prepared, getting himself ready. Tony D'Angelo wins, showing respect to the ones that paid it forward for him. Do what he do. Look, we don't all of them. So hey, we saw that Tony D'Angelo. That I saw the. I remember seeing a little ECW back in the day. Um, they got on YouTube and stuff. Said, man, that's Tony. I told him, Mama Luke, he looks different, but I guess he changed up to become a lawyer. So hey, you see. Well, we get to this. If you can right quick on the jet. Where can we see? Yeah, Tony D'Angelo and them. Yeah, Tony D'Angelo. Everyone's embracing each other. Getting the embrace, the love, the adulation, and all that. Roll into one. Good for them and all that. That was another match where Javon Harris took on Wesley one on one. Both men looking for a statement and stuff. Wesley kind of like he's a little bit jealous of Javon, what Javon Evans done. Wesley wants to take it to Javon throughout. Javon tried to do so tonight. Javon Wesley trying to take it down, but we just found out too that Wesley attacked RVD. RVD, the former ECW champion, WWE champion, ECW, WWE Hall of Famer, Rob Van Dam, and RVD rather be yeah, with Javon. That's what Javon did and stuff. What Javon Evans said was doing and stuff like that. See if we can find some right quick. Javon. Well, I guess not. RVD came out there. He kind of knew Javon was up to something. Wesley was up to something and cost tagged him. RVD doing the favor and helped Javon Evans get the win over Wesley. And Javon Evans proving his stamp of approval. We'll see how big this kid's gonna get. This kid's gonna get bigger and bigger as we see. But Wesley getting himself together. So Wesley um got to regroup and refocus stuff on how that's gonna go. Well, we get to this. We know that General Manager Ava and her aides, Robert Stone and got her name, got that girl name, but hey, if you know who she is, let me know. Well, we heard that they announced that he's gonna be bringing Deadline back. Deadline coming Saturday, December 7th. This is the Iron Challenge Survivor match, so Deadline's coming, and Deadline will be in Minnesota. It'll be the final WWE pay per view of the year. WWE deadline. Because they want to keep it their way in Minnesota. We know that Minnesota will be the home of SummerSlam in 2026. We'll look to see that coming up for the home of SummerSlam as well. Well, we get to this right here, a huge tag team match, indeed. NXT champion Trick Williams team up with WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley to take on Ethan Page and Ridge Holland. Well, we know that Ridge Holland and Bubba Ray Dudley have no love lost at that last pay-per-view, Halloween Havoc. So we know that they was gonna take it to them. They started out taking down Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray Dudley receiving no help whatsoever. Bubba Ray trying to get himself and so what Bubba Ray's doing. And I'll tell you that about Bubba Ray Dudley. But throughout the whole entire match, we saw this. Trick Williams taking it to Ridge Holland throughout. Ridge Holland was Ridge Holland believes he should be the number one contender for the ECW championship. But Ridge and Ethan Page was slightly mistaken. After Devon Dudley came out there, we knew Devon was coming out there. Devon Dudley, one of Bubba Ray's tag team partners, came out there to help Bubba and Trick Williams take down them and did so. Ethan Page fell victim to the power bomb. Ethan Page getting power bombed by Trick Williams with the help of the Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys coming out to help Ethan Page, Trick Williams, the NXT champion. And Trick Williams getting his cuffs on Ethan Page. Ethan Page didn't know what exactly was going to hit him, but hey, it hit him all right with the help of Trick Williams with the WWE Hall of Famers, the Dudley Boys, Devon and Bubba Ray. We also forgot to mention that the man beast, Rhino, the former ECW champion, who just got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Rhino made an appearance. Rhino spearing out everybody. Rhino getting the accolades that he so richly deserves as well. So a lot of ECW alumni tonight, even more ECW alumni with the Queen of a Scream, Francine. Francine made a rare appearance. Francine coming out there and showing her self out there to the world. William Regal also wasn't part of ECW, he was part of WCW. He made an appearance as well. So William Regal, all of them made some rare appearances and stuff. Well, we get to this. The main event. A huge 10-woman tag team match between Delta, Jordan Grace, Julia, Stephen Vicur, and Bianca Gordon taking on the team of the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez, Fatal Influence, and Cora J. Well, we tell Cora J and the Women's Champion Roxanne Perez was throughout the ECW building signing the plaque, signed their names on it to commemorate them being in the ECW arena, and they were part of the ECW arena, all right. Them coming out there and leading that huge 10-woman tag team match. It started with Stephanie Vicur taking down one half of Fatal Influence. You can tell right here, Cora J trying to look for some help. Cora J trying to get as much help she can. The women's match was just that. It was just a good, solid fight between all these women. These women looking to prove that they are the future NXT. A lot of depth, a lot of stability in the women's division NXT. NXT is in good hands. And I mean, good hands indeed for them. So kudos to Shawn Michaels and the rest of them putting out this 10-woman tag team match. But at the end, and it's really, really important at the end, the the babyface team won. Jordan Grace, Delta, Kiani, and the rest of them won, beating out the NXT women field women group getting there to the end. All right. We told you that was the first half of the ring report with the NXT report. We're gonna move over to the second half of our ring report. And tonight was WWE NXT went head to head with AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite was that tonight, including had some former WWE stars throughout the whole entire show. The whole entire show was dedicated to WWE stars, um, trying to get them into settings. And this was what went down tonight. We can show you right there. You go. We can show you. Okay, right there. This is what MVP was doing last week when he took down Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana with the new Hurt Syndicate. And the Hurt Syndicate was on tour tonight. The Hurt Syndicate, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley has the graphic right here. He is all elite right here. Lashley is all elite. He's now Team AEW. Lashley might have to bring his friends into the Street Profits because they're a little bit upset and a little bit mad at WWE. But Lashley saying he moving on from WWE. Lashley came in there tonight and he came out there to say what he won't. He didn't say too much. Swerve Strickland came out there, demanded that he gets a match against Bobby Lashley 1-on-1 at Full Gear at the end of the month. Lashley accepted, well, MVP accepted on behalf of Lashley, and we will see that match. MVP take Swerve Strickland taking on Lashley 1-on-1, and that should be a match that everybody wants to see. That we never thought we would see, but now we will see that match coming up after Swerve got embarrassed. And Swerve want to get his hands on Lashley. This be the time for him to do so. Well, speaking of the Hurt Syndicate was trying to recruit Ricochet. Ricochet will fit right in the Hurt Syndicate. Right here, Benjamin, MVP, and Lashley trying to recruit from leaving from WWE with the Hurt business, and now they in AEW with the Hurt Syndicate. But the history with Lashley and MVP goes way back, almost 10 years ago when they was in TNA. And they go from TNA to WWE to now AEW. So hey, see how that's working out. Well, speaking of that, Adam Cole. Adam Cole earns himself a future championship match against international champion Because you know what. So he'll get that next week. But we know that Adam Cole wants to get his hands on MJF one way or another to win a match. MJF said you gotta win 3 matches to get to me, which I didn't even know. That's crazy, but MJF doing so. MJF trying to get himself back in order. So we'll see. Speaking of that, right here, Darby Allin trying to battle the John Moxley led BBC. Darby Allin trying to get himself in order. Darby Allin trying to figure out what's next for him. Darby Allin took down you know who. Darby Allin trying to get himself in order tonight. There's one thing about Darby. Darby's trying to probably want perhaps go for the AEW championship whenever that might be for Darby. We will let you know on that. Darby Allin trying to do what he can and stuff. So we'll see what Darby's gonna do. Um, how that's gonna go down eventually for Darby. Well, we saw that the BBC right here. This is what they had going on throughout. They were trying to use Will you Orange Cassidy? He's going to get himself a future championship match against you know who, Moxley, for the AEW championship. One day you see right here, you saw Claudio trying to take down Orange Cassidy. And soften up, you know who. Um, it's a lot of soften ups tonight. Now this gonna go down right here. Claudio trying to set up Orange Cassidy. Did so tonight, but apparently he couldn't get the job done after what he went down, what transpired, and how it transpired tonight. And it did for them. Even John, what's their name, win tonight. So hey, we seen a lot going on in store for it. So we see how that's going to be and how it's going to go down tonight. We see uh Mark Briscoe and his newly formed tag team partner. Got his name, but we saw that also too right here. Jamie Hayter was in action. Jamie Hayter, she's like she's going to be down the road getting her a future championship match for the women's championship. Jamie Hayter won. She's like, she took down Camille, I think, no, Penelope. Yeah, Penelope Ford. Jamie Hayter went against Penelope Ford tonight. You know, took the fight to Penelope Ford. This wasn't enough. It's like AEW really didn't have no interest tonight to me on not a stronger card or nothing like that. And you know you're going head to head with WWE and they're gonna put all the stops. So hey. But speaking of that, Mika, she's coming next week. Don't know what this is going to be for the Women's World Champion Mariah May, but that's like Mariah May's favorite person. So I expect Mariah May to do something stupid or crazy. Even to the point that right here, Adam Cole and what's his name? Alistair Black, they was embracing each other. I don't know why, but hey, you saw how they went down tonight. Speaking of that, the Rainmaker, Okada, had a promotional tour. I don't know what's next for Okada. Ken Omega is coming for Okada down the road. So that could be a possibility. Omega and Okada. It's gonna go down and stuff and how that's gonna be. Well, we get to this Don Callis being confronted by who this dude is. Don Callis being confronted by some dude. I don't know what this means, but we'll see how this is gonna do. We know that Christian went face to face with Hook, Cole Handsome Devil, Hook and Christian went face to face. We don't know how this is gonna go down. Hook and Christian, they might have a match down the road. Maybe Christian trying to figure out Hook is fatherless because Hook believes that Christian attacked Taz. But I ain't seen Taz. Taz had to really have those knee replacement surgeries and stuff. So hey, we'll see. Well, we get to the main event right here. This is the main event right here. Kyle Fletcher teaming up with international champion Katishino Katasha taking on Ricochet and a mystery partner. We didn't even know who the mystery partner was going to be. I was kind of shocked when the mystery partner turned out to be the returning Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs returning to help Ricochet, and Powerhouse Hobbs look like he's more swole and more jacked than ever before. Powerhouse Hobbs came out there to do some damage, and Powerhouse Hobbs did some damage. Powerhouse Hobbs means business. He was trying to get his hands on you know who, but Kyle and the rest of them didn't see it coming. Imagine Powerhouse Hobbs taking on last one day. You never know. Powerhouse Hobbs teaming up with Ricochet. Ricochet and Powerhouse Hobbs make a formidable team, and Ricochet and Powerhouse Hobbs got the job done and did so. Will Ospreay return, want to get his hands on Cloud Fletcher and try to do so tonight. Um, Ricochet pinned Takashi to get the win, but Will Ospreay won his hands on Fletcher, his former best friend. So this is far from over. Even they might say that Powerhouse Hobbs got dumped by what's his name? Don Callis and the Don Callis family. So there's a lot heading into the bounds on that. So hey, we'll see how it's gonna go. But we're gonna be here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're gonna leave you here on the Pro Wrestling Show with Ricochet and Powerhouse Hobbs and Will Ospreay all together united as the United Front. Thanks for watching this special edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite and NXT ring reports. What a Friday been. We'll be back on regular schedule for each of them, especially coming up next week for Tuesday for NXT and Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. It's been a special edition of the head-to-head AEW and NXT go head-to-head here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you Friday with the SmackDown Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.